The context of her sending Destiny this is that she would send him those videos that her boyfriend recorded.
No, it's not! If you genuinely believe that this is an underage victim, why the f would you dox this person in your YouTube video? Oh my god, I can't wait until dude, this is gonna be the final manifesto. Proof! Destiny's lying! Lawyers say it's over! Red exclamation marks. Skull picture. It's over.
In my last video, I broke allegations on Destiny where in my DMs he admitted to having CSAM on his computer of a 17-year-old named Rose. Hands down the most shocking interaction I've had on YouTube since things have hit the fan with Destiny and Ethan going full scorched earth, digging up old Reddit posts, going after
the two most wild things you've experienced on YouTube both happened in the past 2 weeks. I thought this guy's like 45 years old.
Family members. Destiny has made a video saying that Rose's age still hasn't been confirmed. And Abba and Preach uploaded a video echoing those same claims, even though it's not true. Look, I brought these allegations into this world, and now that everyone's responded, I want to set the record.
You didn't bring anything into this world, to be clear. The mysterious forum that for some reason every commentary YouTube guy is too scared to say by name.
So when Destiny's court case with Pixie is over, he could respond to his most damning accusations in one place. Because nobody, including me, is hoping Destiny has illegal CSAM in his computer, but the receipts against him are ugly and they need to be addressed. Him deflecting to Rose's—
The receipts against me. Oh my god. This guy is so dirty. I pointed this out last time that when this guy tells me in DM, he's like, oh, don't worry, I'm not making a video on this or anything. I feel like I would have been, I would have phrased things a lot differently if I would have known he was publishing shit.
Complaining about him having nudes of her doesn't make it legal.
I'm like the only person in the history of the internet whose people are trying to cancel based on no person making any claims against me.
Destiny's first stream back since the allegations went live against him was to play the pedophile song.
Also, again, he says the allegations, these are not being made by a potential victim or any, these are just being made by non-interested third parties, which is kind of wild to me, but okay.
Stream opening.
Okay, based.
His Reddit is talking about how he's liking posts on Instagram of little girls being his new girlfriend. Destiny.
I like a ton of crazy shit on Instagram. Bro, is this are we playing the game of, well, I already played this game with Ethan. I don't think anybody wants to play this game. I don't know what's in Willymac's past, but are we gonna, like, bro, I've like so much crazy shit on Instagram. Jesus.
Always has the best optics.
Also, I like how he's like it we're on Instagram. 1.6 million likes. A lot of people like this on Instagram. Jesus.
Little girls being his new girlfriend. Destiny always has the best optics. I know everybody's a little stressed. I know everyone's a little tense, but let's just take a deep breath.
Nobody's stressed. Nobody's tense. Just you, buddy.
Look at the facts and use our sensibilities.
You're not stressed at all? Are you like a monk or something? There are two things that I'm stressed about, that I've been stressed about since the very beginning. Well, not really. Well, kind of. The first thing is PR, because that's the most important thing. And when it comes to my career, right? Are there people that think I'm a pedophile or whatever bullshit? And the second thing is just, what is the next thing that opposing counsel is going to throw into their the 50 millionth motion that they throw in front of the judge? Those are the only two things I'm concerned about. For like the problem is like for the detailed breakdown of reasoning for all of this stuff. And I can explain all of this once my court case is concluded. I just can't say publicly for reasons. But even if I say the reasons, I think that opposing counsel is going to throw things into more motions. It's so unbelievably cucked. It is so unbelievably cucked that I'm being sued for $15 million and I'm expected to divulge information about, people keep saying like, oh, well, why is he saying anything about this? Has nothing to do with this court case. These are the DMs that my court case is concerning. This has everything to do with my court case. What are you talking about? If not for this person, there is no court case. So people like him are like, oh, I don't know why. Like, you're so stupid, bro. Holy shit. Willymac decides to run and make a video like 2 hours after DMing me. Now I understand. I get it. Okay. We have to do the Destiny bad because it's too much heat for other people.
I love how he doesn't honestly engage. He just immediately tries to assassinate my character. It's very—
Doesn't honestly engage. I'm starting the video off. Oh my God. Really? By the way, I like how Willy's video against me isn't about me at all. I like how it's just a giant cigarette ad or vape ad or whatever this is ad. The whole thing is just an ad, by the way, because that's what the start of the video was.
Very clear why I went to the police. It's because he sent me a screenshot of what he described as videos of a—
Why is he saying this? It's clear why I went to the police. I literally explicitly say, I don't care if you would have report me, whatever. That's fine. That's not my issue. The issue is making a public video about something you told me you weren't even making a video on, and then throwing screenshots in there. Like, I have these as like PR public ready statements. Jesus.
A 17-year-old having sex with other guys. His words. I didn't want to misunderstand him, so I asked very clearly, is the video he just described what he was sending me? He responded, depends why you're asking, which could very obviously be—
Try to serious question. How long does an FBI investigation into CB possession take before arrest? People have been making these, let me just put it this way. People have been making these claims for over a year, okay? Lots of claims have been made by a lot of people. I'll just put it that way, okay?
Be a joke, but it also implies under the right circumstance, he could have sent this to me. And then he said yes, confirming that he still has.
Why does he? And then also, what is this?
It'd be a joke, but it also implies under the right circumstance, he could have sent this to me. And then he
Like, is the implication that if you want, I've got a whole bunch of like CP that we could both goon over? Where does this? What?
said yes, confirming that he still has. When I said that it's crazy that he was telling me that he has CSAM on his computer, he doesn't deny it. Instead, he gives reasons for why he's allowed to keep it. On stream, he said he was sharing this stuff with other people to try and find her.
Oh, yeah, because I have screenshots of, yes, we were doing detailed analysis to try to figure out. We tried to do identification for some of these videos.
Okay, he says he's analyzing these videos, as in multiple videos, but these videos are CSAM.
Try to find her through her boyfriend as well. There is so much that's not true about that statement. This is for real, like in 6 months, okay? I have screenshots of when she would record stuff, she literally has, a lot of these were done via Skype calls with her boyfriend, which I didn't really figure out at the time.
How much more clear could it be that this guy has CSAM on his computer? But fast forward a little.
Let me just throw this into the ether, okay? Now, Willie might be a freak, okay? And I'm not aware of it. But there are other things, believe it or not, that you can record that have nothing to do with, like, sexual stuff. That's possible. Now, I'm just throwing that into the ether. Not that that has anything to do with anything else. I'm just saying that is possible. Now, maybe not for Willie. Maybe not for Playboy Willie over here, okay? But
A little bit, and he's tweeting, I have no CSAM on my computer, and saying he would have worded things differently if he knew I would have a problem with it.
I don't know why you talked to Willymac at all. No! I wouldn't say I would word things differently if you had a problem with it. I would word things differently if I knew you were using it as like a public statement. Jesus, I wouldn't be throwing like smiley faces into my Omega lols or whatever into my DMs if I knew you were publishing these. Jesus. I don't remember. I think he messaged me on something. But I've been in communication with him. I just didn't expect him to run and make a YouTube video in 2 seconds based off some DMs with us. Obviously, I would have approached that conversation with a lot more care in terms of how I'm phrasing things, obviously. But
instead of yes to keeping CSAM, would you have said no? Because that would obviously change a lot. Like your entire statement. He's literally rewriting history in front of our very eyes. Because saying yes would be a crime.
Especially when I have every reason to believe this person is 19 anyway, so.
No, he doesn't have every reason to believe that, especially since Rose's boyfriend Solo told him in November of 2024 that she was 17. Now,
I don't know why he keeps relying on this guy's DMs. When he messaged me, as he's telling me this, you understand this guy has every incentive to lie about her age as well, right? He's leaking revenge porn to me. He's engaging in extortion and blackmail to try to come onto my stream. And he's posting everything else to other Discord servers and Kiwi farms. I don't know why people keep citing this guy as like the ultra reputable source of things that are true and real. Again, and I will stress this, and I have all the logs for this, Dristicle didn't believe it either. Dristicle did not think that this guy was being truthful either. He said, oh, there's no reason to. I don't know if I was the first one to suggest it, or Dristicle might have even been the first one to suggest. I think that he's just lying to cover his tracks. But
to be fair to Destiny, it's not like Solo is a good guy here. The whole reason why all this drama started happening.
Not like Solo's a good guy. That's one way to phrase it, Willie. True.
With Destiny is because Solo logged into Rose's Discord account and shared all of the messages between her and Destiny. This is how we found out Destiny was non-consensually sharing his nudes of previous partners to a
shared the messages. Also, this is under contention right now.
Random e-girl. But we only know about it because Solo shared all of this revenge online. Him doing this has led to a ton of people around Destiny getting doxxed. All of this comes from Solo and his.
What? This has led to it. What the? What was that summary of events? What?
Main motivation for doing it is because he was bored. This guy sucks. But this guy doing these awful things has opened Destiny up to valid criticism. I've already made 2 videos talking about the Pixie situation. Go check that out. If Destiny is upset that this is being brought up again, he should have never shared those videos with some random girl over the internet that he didn't even.
If I didn't want Willie publishing my DMs, I shouldn't have been talking to somebody in 2022. My bad. True. You got me on there. That was a very good argument.
Know the age of. Responsibility lands on him. He's tweeting the 60 gigabyte screenshot was related to a claim the Rose person made, someone whose name and birthday have yet to be reliably confirmed.
But this is not the 60 gigabyte in CP folder or whatever.
And he shows why he knows there's a 60 gigabyte drive of Rose's underage videos.
If you have the size, you should have it on your PC. It's just a screenshot that she sent me of the folder. I mean, I could post a screenshot of what she told me. If someone ever hacks mine and my boyfriend's cloud storage, they will find a treasure trove. I swear I have 310 folders of photo sets. Total size 61.15 gigabytes.
But the context of her sending Destiny this is that she would send him those videos that her boyfriend recorded.
No, it's not! That's what it. I know that he doesn't have that context because that never even happened. Like, how does he have more knowledge of my conversation with this person than I have? This didn't even happen. No, what are you talking about?
Told him, I'll see if I can salvage any of these recordings my boyfriend made for you. Destiny then sent me a screenshot of a video he has open and describes it as an underage video Rose sent him. Her boyfriend was recording these on Skype calls. That's absolutely insane to think about him doing all of this if she was 17. He's describing and acknowledging that he has CP. I blatantly asked.
First of all, that's not even, the message is literally that I seriously don't think that this is that, number one. Number two, again, you don't know exactly what this video is because I think some people think that I'm just like setting him in child, okay? I don't know if he implied that in the first video, if some people are just running with that explanation or whatever. But again, for reasons that will be very clear, and whenever my court case is over, I can talk about this a little bit more.
And he answers yes, giving reasons why he can keep it on his computer. When he pulls it up on screen, he acknowledges that this is CSAM that Solo recorded of her.
Because I have screenshots of when she would record stuff, she literally has, a lot of these were done via Skype calls with her boyfriend, which I didn't really figure at the time. But we tried to find out who the boyfriend was based on initials and stuff from here too. But this is not the 60 gigabyte CP folder or whatever.
Nah, it's just 1 gigabyte of CP. He's lying when he's saying this is an uncharitable reading. These are very direct questions, and he's giving very direct answers. Yet his viewers cope in mass. But he didn't do that. Are you really going to be this dishonest? Somebody directly shows him that he did say yes to having CP, and then it becomes, well, he was just making general statements. It's not general at all. It's actually very specific statements. Destiny viewers, these DMs are your emperor has no clothes moment, and you are choosing to be blind. Hold them to a higher standard. As far as Rose's age goes, it has been confirmed since August 20th. This is due to Destiny posting information about her college to mock Kiwi Farm's failed attempts to dox her. Well, they found her, and she's wearing Destiny's merch, same girl from the Twitter account. They found her name listed among college.
If you genuinely think, this is why I don't believe any of these people are real people. If you genuinely believe that this is an underage victim of like online crazy shit or whatever, why the fuck would you publish? Why the fuck would you dox this person in your YouTube video? This person who's not even publicly making a claim or saying anything publicly, by the way, at all, right? What? That's like, it's just unfathomable to me. I can't, what the thought process is, that's not true. It's unfathomable what the thought process is if this is what you're saying is your thought process, right? The goal is just to do hit pieces on me, then I hit piece away, but holy
peers. They found the same girl living in the same town because of this local
Jesus Christ
news clip. And her birthday is October of 2004. This is confirmed again with a traffic violation, and she's the only person with that name in that town. And she fits that exact description, meaning that when Destiny was sending and receiving material from her, she was underage. The video that Destiny showed me still has is titled with the date of August 14th, 2022, meaning she was 17 in that video. That is illegal CSAM. Upon telling them that she's a minor, no reason to think the dox is wrong, Destiny doesn't go, oh, I better turn this over to authorities. He replies with why he thinks he should still keep it. He doesn't even know for a fact. I don't think I'm allowed to delete it. I don't know if it counts as high.
I'm trying, hold on. I'm just trying to think of what I can say. Oh my God, I can't wait until dude, this is gonna be the final manifesto. I said the last two manifestos will be the final manifesto. Okay. Let me give a totally unrelated example. Okay. Let's say that I'm building a computer, okay? And let's say that I have a whole bunch of graphics cards, okay? Let's say that when I go to build my computer, let's say that I'm trying to think of, I can't do this with an analogy. This statement is being interpreted as though I don't know, or I have no idea how I'm supposed to treat stuff that I have archived for a court case, when another reading of this statement is you don't know what will be relevant related to a court case, if that makes sense. That's all I can say about this. It has nothing to do with videos or pictures or anything else. It has to do with when you are, that if you understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. He's reading this as like, oh, I have no clue what I'm supposed to do, or what is the law, or I have no idea about any blah 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 blah. But he's a layer removed from what this is relevant to.
Hiding or destroying evidence. I'm pretty sure I have an obligation to preserve this stuff. This is not someone who's confident they're doing the right thing. Destiny says he could keep it because of his court case with Pixie.
Now he spends time going, that's nobody, I've never said anything along the lines of like, oh yeah, so here is my state-mandated, lawyer-protected collection of CSAM, blah, blah, blah. This is how it's being read or whatever, but obviously my understanding is there'd be no law firm that would ever tell you to do that, ever. Nobody would, this is not a thing, okay? This is not a thing. Going through this Rose person who supposedly Kiwi Farms has dug up stuff about. I haven't been able to verify the authenticity. Nobody close to me has been able to verify the authenticity.
Literally anybody can verify its authenticity right now. But Abba and Preach blindly repeat Destiny.
You can say Destiny's irresponsible. You can say a lot of things, but first off, the person's age hasn't been confirmed.
False. Just because you're too lazy to look doesn't mean that.
Second,
this one parking ticket does indeed exist. At this point, though, with how crazy the thing is, I don't even know if I ever spoke to this actual person, okay? I don't even know at this point, all right? Because again, all of the information, it's not like there's a victim that's come forward or somebody related to the situation that's come forward. All of the information is spun off of the tidbits that this guy basically leaked on Kiwi Farms, who was trying to blackmail and extort me. That's where, and then all of the research has just been to try to destroy my career. That's it. Nobody cares about like a victim or any other bullshit here. Like that's where all of the information is coming from. Not to say that it is necessarily wrong or necessarily right or whatever. Like things can be right or wrong past that, but it's not, there's a lot of weird stuff. Whatever by the time this court case ends, and then hopefully more, by the time everything is like settled with this, there are going to be some collection of facts where some things are very hard to account for because something very fucking weird happened. Willie altered the 10-4 date on the 4th of October earlier in the vid to remove ambiguity, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. People are making that assumption, but that assumption might be true based on how parking tickets are read. I'm not sure.
you guys are all admitting that Destiny didn't know the person's age at the time until years later, and that's only the alleged age.
If somebody tells you that you have nudes of an alleged minor, are you going to keep them? What kind of commentary is this?
Like, he keeps, like, this solo guy has every incentive to scare me off of trying to find him. There's a reason why it took so long for anybody to have any information about the alleged victim or whatever, or victim or person or perpetrator or honeypot, or I don't even know what the you call him at this point, right? And that's because they worked, or at least he worked, so hard to scrub every bit of information from this person off the internet as much as they could.
Nudes of an alleged minor. Are you going to keep them? What kind of commentary is this? This is crazy.
If you don't see why him having a court case where this is relevant and his lawyer tells him not to delete it doesn't matter, like, I don't know, I think you guys are a bit lost.
Rose's nudes are not related to his court case. His court case is about him sharing Pixie's nudes with Rose. And so
Yeah, it's such an unbelievably...
informed him that Rose might be a minor 2 months before any court case started. Abba and Preach blindly agreed that, yeah, Destiny's lawyer would have told him to keep CSAM for his legal case. But what is your source? I haven't seen one lawyer covering...
To be clear, also, I've never said that statement before.
This that agrees with that.
This person was factually underage. Therefore, this is factually CSAM. That completely changes the dynamic from something the lawyer might not have to report because he doesn't know one way or another to something he'd say, well, now we've got to talk about this. Now we've got to disclose this to the court. I'm just saying and presenting out there, as always, professionally, hey, here's the attack, here's the defense, right? And it doesn't look good for Destiny.
So legal mindset and criminally suspect or whatever, these two lawyer guys. So just to be clear, I think both of these guys are the ones that said that I had no representation initially, that this is a slam dunk case for Pixie, that I was going to be completely buried, that I had no idea what was going on, what I was doing. Just to be clear, that was these two guys, because I think the criminally suspect guy shows up later, but you know.
This does not look good. This is in addition to a civil case. So this has gone from something that is purely civil to something that is now potentially criminal.
Napoleon Feeser says 17, that's illegal, but hardly CP. It's child. You cannot have pictures of minors. It doesn't matter if the age of consent is 16, like here in Ohio. You could a 16-year-old. You can't have naked pictures of them. If they're under 18, no, you're done. He says, I don't think I'm allowed to delete it. I don't know if it counts as hiding or destroying evidence. So here's the deal. Notice what Destiny isn't telling you. My attorney told me to do this. Because I guarantee you he hasn't told his attorney, hey, I've got child pornography kicking around on my computer. What do I do about that? There's a discovery demand and he has to turn that over. Pixie can't hold on to it. Like I said, Pixie, her attorneys, no. You like child pornography is like Chernobyl graphite, you guys. You can't touch it. How does discovery happen? Well, it'll happen with what Pixie and Destiny have done or other things Destiny has done. But the child porn, that doesn't need to be in there. You can do everything else. Did Destiny send Pixie's pictures out without permission? That's all we're really worried about right now.
So what research, what lawyers did Abba and Preach go to before spouting off all of this? They cited nothing and then just declared that I'm in the wrong. The video ends in such a bizarre way.
You can say he's irresponsible. You can say that's stupid. You can say maybe he should turn it in, but to make that video and make it seem like it's something it's not.
What do you mean by maybe he should turn it in? Bro, it's CSAM. He has to turn it in. What a shocking video. Abba claims Destiny already reported this to authorities.
What are we...
And like I said, hey, listen, people have been spam calling the FBI on me forever, okay? So listen, if I'm going to get locked up, all right, in actuality, I don't want to say this because I don't want to give ammunition to my opponents, okay? But the reason why I've been late every day is because the FBI comes to my house every day and they seize all of my devices and then I have to run down to Best Buy and I have to rebuy everything and reset up my studio every single time. So this is like my 47th computer set that they haven't seized from me yet. Hopefully I don't come back tomorrow morning. This is a claim that I'm seeing repeated by so many people, including lawyers. This idea that I'm not going to dive into this too much, but after my court case, I can say this more, okay? This idea that if you have potentially bad material, that you should run to the police and turn everything into them, it is a thing where if somebody says that, you can immediately disqualify every single thing this person has to say about anything related to criminal law or anything to do with lawyering or criminal anything. It is probably the single most retarded statement I have ever heard in my entire life. I've seen a lot of people run around saying it's actually so retarded.
What are we talking about? There's an ongoing legal matter. He submitted this evidence to authorities.
No, he didn't. Destiny said he was going to on behalf of Pixie and then stopped.
I never said I was doing it on behalf of Pixie. Pixie was never part of the first legal case that I was pursuing because she was too busy trying to milk me for money. Moo.
Decide to sue him.
Are you going to report it to the FBI? Maybe when I was doing work with a New York law firm, the goal was initially, because the packet that we put together was a thing that I don't remember if it's not. The original packet was going to the DOJ. That was the goal of that originally, because I thought that the stuff of the solo guy, even if the girl isn't underage, was criminal in behavior, 1,000,000,000%. Goal initially was to send it all to the DOJ and then have them try to pursue it there.
But as far as I know, he never followed through with this. Everyone, including professionals, is saying there's no shot he told his lawyer that this was CSAM. So to me, it clearly seems like he's lying.
If you want, I'm trying to imagine. No, I know why. It all tracks. Okay, so people think that I'm like the most arrogant person in the universe just because I happen to be debating a bunch of people that generally are retarded, okay? Which I'm sorry, I can't help that, all right? But I tend to know what I know and I tend to know what I don't know. The initial claim was that I was going to represent myself because I'm so smart. I know more than every single lawyer, and I'm going to represent myself, and that's why it's going to be a disaster. Because apparently no lawyer understands how filing dates work or deadlines and think that if you don't file something immediately, that means that you are litigant pro se or whatever. So then the second thing was that I guess because I know so much or whatever, I would just lie and hide things from my lawyers. They're your lawyers. Why would I hide something from my legal team? Why would I f myself? Why would I pay so much money and then f myself that hard and be like, oh, hey guys, whoops, LOL. Like the only person that you hurt there is yourself. This is like hiding shit from your doctor. Don't hide medical information from your doctor. Don't hide anything relevant to a legal case from your legal team. How stupid would that be? But if we want to make that assumption, okay.
Want to interpret my messages in the worst way possible, and that's going to be the basis for some FBI call?
I know Destiny, I was grifting a little early on this. He streamed it and he was saying, oh, Willymac misread what I was saying. I'm like, there's no miscalculation there. And like, if you were that incorrect in your words and you're not that stupid, Destiny's pretty eloquent when he needs to be. Yeah. How do you...
Eloquent when he needs to be. Yeah, when I'm making public statements or when I'm writing formal statements or when I'm writing manifestos. Yeah, not when I'm just shooting the shit in DMs with somebody and putting omega lols. Like, yeah, by the way, I've got hundreds of gigabytes of child omega lol. Like, do you want some LOL? Like, why would I?
You accidentally say, I got more cheese pizza than Papa John's. I was starting to have a bit of a panic attack. Like, he's laying out, I've got it, and this idea that I have to save it.
So I said, if Destiny wants to prove people wrong, he should get a public statement of his lawyer explaining this.
This is another thing that is the most retarded thing. Why the fuck? Why? What? This isn't even a thing that would ever. Why? Hey, legal team, can you guys go make a public statement because a bunch of YouTubers are saying, why? What?
Is not currently in a court case over Rose's material. It would be such an easy win to clear things up. But no, he writes it off as an impossibility.
I think he should probably get on stream with his legal counsel and have them explain why having alleged CP since November is okay in this instance and legal. I've not seen one lawyer agree with this. I don't know how retarded you have to be to think that that any lawyer would ever agree to do this.
Companies have lawyers write up statements for them all the time. And if he went to the police, he should show a report.
You have to be to think that any lawyer would ever agree to do this.
Companies have lawyers write up statements for them all the time. And if
companies have lawyers write out statements for them all the time. Statements about ongoing court case? What are you talking about? He's talking about like PR firms? The only thing a lawyer will ever say generally is, oh, my client is innocent of all charges, or my client is, we are confident that we're gonna succeed in court. What are you talking about?
He went to the police, he should show a report. If he just does either of these things, he's in the clear. So why doesn't he just do them? He skipped the entire point of H3's video. The majority of it he dodged. He won't even provide the quote-unquote good faith interpretations of the messages he sent. I've seen Destiny when he's in the right. He usually directly
because dude, whatever. It's all good. Give me 6 months or a year, whenever the court case is over.
Runs it and brings receipts. Here he's just constantly deflecting. He's like, look at all these edgy pedo jokes Ethan made in the past.
We went around from channel to channel.
Because he opened his video with 15 minutes of fucking jokes that I've made. Yeah, no shit.
Around. It was horrible shit. We went to this channel. This kid was like 8 years old. He was throwing out everybody in this chat. This kid decides to take his pants off and wiggle his 8-year-old dick on screen. I can't even believe it. I haven't gotten into Ethan's jokes yet, but I do think it's kind of funny that I feel like I've heard him say similar things.
It's called Children's Joy TV for a reason. The guy knows how to give pleasure children. Children's Joy TV, baby gets anal raped by a syringe and gets injected with AIDS virus.
When we see something like this, are we supposed to call the police?
Am I on it? I feel like I'm definitely on the FBI watch list now.
Yeah.
I don't know how many FBI watch list jokes he's made. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But if like that's the standard, then sure.
Bro, you watched a real video of an 8-year-old shaking his dick. These are not the same. Also,
a video? Oh my God, what? Yes, true. In my more prolific internet days, when I would download the 8-year-old helicopter. True. Thank you, Willie. True.
Would look at some of Ethan's old edgy jokes a bit differently if he admitted to having CSAM to another content creator. But he didn't, you did, and now people are raising eyebrows. Ethan points out how Destiny defending Bosch for getting off to Lolly feels creepier now.
Who cares about Lolly? Who cares about Drawn? Imagine your life is so boring that you give a about animated cartoon girls.
Imagine your life so boring that you care about sexualizing children. Imagine being so bored in your life that you actually care if grown-ups want to minors.
Destiny doesn't really engage, he doesn't defend his position, instead he goes after Ethan for laughing at Rick and Morty.
Engage or defend my position? Because this wasn't the time to have a debate on lolicon. What? Was that photoshopped? Wait, was what photoshopped?
Boring that you give a about animated cartoon girls.
Imagine your life so boring that you care about sexualizing children. Imagine being so bored in your life that you actually care if grown-ups want to minors.
Destiny doesn't really engage, he doesn't defend his position, instead he goes after Ethan for laughing at Rick and Morty smut.
Oh, my forehead? Oh, sometimes it's good to just give yourself the warrior treatment so you can get ready to tie it back to a man bun like this. It's not long enough yet.
What?
Rick and Morty?
No, wait. That's Rick and Morty? No.
Yeah, this is from an episode of Rick and Morty where Mr. Mises runs train on
No.
Mr. Mises and all of his buddies run train on April.
He's not Jewish, I can see.
So he is. Now, okay, do I actually think he's getting off the lolicon or that he enjoys this despite that creepy fucking smile he has while sharing his perfect hentai with his parents? Probably not. But like, if this is the standard we're gonna use, I mean, Jesus Christ.
Obviously, laughing at the absurdity of degenerate stuff is not the same as getting off to it, but Destiny's not here to make sense. He's here to go score.
Laughing at the absurdity of degenerate stuff is not the same as getting off to it. What was the context for the 8-year-old thing? I guess that was me downloading a video of it. So it was getting off to it, I guess. That feel when just 10% of the time, I just need the...
He plays a bunch of clips of Ethan making fun of cringe and creepy videos online, leaves out all the context. Both of these guys...
Leaves out all the context? What?
Definitely make their share of inappropriate pedo jokes, but with Destiny, it's just different. His are coming from leaked group chats.
He then shared this lewd image of a child with his friends and said that he's going to get arrested someday.
Imagine receiving a bikini pic from a 15-year-old in your DMs, a fan of yours, and being like, she's so hot, I need to share this with the boys.
His friend asks pics, please. Destiny sends what was a public Instagram photo of her in a bikini and goes, girl on the left, so
I
hard
think it was Facebook, not Instagram. I don't know if Instagram even existed then.
to say no. I'm gonna get arrested in one of these MLGs, man. His friend replies, who cares? It's not like you're 40. Destiny tries to recontextualize this as him warning his friends to watch out for jailbait.
Yeah, I messaged my... That was literally what the conversation was about! Be careful! Does it not say that? Is there more to this conversation? I think this is published somewhere.
Public Instagram photo. Who cares? It's watch out for jailbait.
Yeah, I messaged my little team or whatever. Obviously, those DMs were pretty crass. But I mean, the whole point is like, hey, like, they're gonna people that DM you, they'll send you pictures. They look older than they actually are. Don't minor. Wasn't the full convo leaked? Yeah, I feel like it's somewhere on a pastement. He will show it.
Don't do it.
But these logs are public. You can see that they were just gooning. There's no speech about being careful for jailbait. It's about them.
There's no speech about being careful for jailbait.
Minor. Your life is gonna be over. Don't do it.
But these logs are public. You can see that they were just gooning. There's no speech about being
This is random sex
careful
talk.
for jailbait. It's about them banging porn stars and stuff. These messages are real. Destiny has confirmed it.
Is there not... Wasn't more of that... Is there not more of this log publicly somewhere? Am I crazy? You don't need screenshots. There should be a pastement of the entire conversation.
Now, I don't want to give a whole lot of credence to this because Destiny did not hook up with a 15-year-old. As one of his friends said, it's not worth it. I do raise my eyebrows, though, that one of the reasons to not do it is because they're inexperienced in bed. Destiny's saying this is a group chat conversation to warn people about the dangers of jailbait. It's just a lie. They're just exchanging sex stories, so you can be as good faith or bad faith as you want with this stuff. At one point, Ethan plays a clip of Destiny saying that 19-year-olds might as well be children to him. And I think Ethan completely misunderstands this clip. It's Destiny saying people should not hook up with 19-year-olds because they are basically still children to him.
I'm 29. A 19-year-old might as well be a 15-year-old to me. It's all insane, dude. Don't give me this.
That's such an interesting
This is exactly what we're saying.
It's all the same, bro. 15, 13, 14, 15. It's all the same, bro. I'm 29. Also, on the other hand, also is a self-report. It's just he knows exactly what he's doing.
If you listen to the actual debate here, I'm arguing with a dude who is literally trying to abduct a mentally retarded 19-year-old and take her to another state and impregnate her. Basically, every other time I'm speaking about this person and their age, I do refer to the fact that 19, but it's not just the fact that 19, it's a whole bunch of other things too.
Yes, Destiny did have this debate, but at this point in the stream, Destiny was just generally speaking to his audience. He even goes on to say that his 20-year-old viewers don't realize how young they are.
Now, I know if you're 20 years old, it might bother you to hear that. Like, no, I'm 19. I'm a real adult, okay? I'm a real adult, okay? If you live with your mom and dad still pay all of your bills. You've never even had a job before. You've never lived on your own. You're a child. You're very much a child. You don't know what it's like to wake up and go into work, to work a job you hate because you have to pay a bill, okay? You don't know what it's like to have to make a decision between getting kind of a cool car and a piece of shit car because you can't afford it. You don't know what it's like to get called in to have to work an extra shift because you don't have any life experience. You don't know anything about anything. You're a child. So all the people in chat are like, no, 19 years old, that's an adult.
Bro.
That's an adult dog. No. No.
So when it comes out that he's sexting Rose when he's 33, it's like, what the hell? Rose, even when Destiny thought she was 19, fit all of this criteria. All he does is deflect. What about Solo? What about Ethan's mean Reddit account? What about Ethan's dad dating his mom at 21 when she was only 16? Really, you're gonna bring family into this when your own kid is saying crazy stuff about you on the internet? This drama is so scorched earth. Destiny's audience made this graphic to make fun of how his son never engages with criticism. This perfectly applies.
Wait, how does my kid even relate to this? I'm just saying that me saying at 22 that chicks send you pictures for MLG events that are 15, that are underage, that, by the way, I explicitly said, not hooking up with. It's not good. I just think it's interesting to have the energy that that's like a pattern of pedophilia, but his dad is like 21, married his mom when she was 16, and he seems to know that. I doesn't feel like he has the same energy for his dad. That's the reason I'm pointing out that. I don't know how Nathan ties into this, unless he thinks I'm also banging my kid, I guess, 14, 19, oh shit, baby.
Applies to Destiny right now. Hide. He hides beyond the fact that some of the details come from Kiwi Farm, when it just doesn't matter. Verified information is still verified information no matter where it comes from.
I'm not gonna sit here and listen to him fucking opine on all of the on his theories here.
Alter. He lies about the substance of the messages, claiming he never admitted to keeping CSAM, even though it's in text. Straw man. Make fun of me for documenting talking to the police. Try and act like Ethan's a hip.
What is this interpretation? Make fun of me for documenting me talking to the police. First of all, you don't need to document it. They document it. It's called a police report, number one. Number two, I'm making fun of you for posting a fucking video on it, which is hilarious and counterproductive.
Documenting talking to the police, trying to act like Ethan's a hypocrite for making edgy jokes when the situation is not the same, and it certainly doesn't alleviate him from what he's done wrong. Avoid. He hinges on small details to avoid the actual allegations, like how he doesn't have all 60 gigabytes of CSAM, when the concerning part is that he does have at least some of that CSAM.
Like, there's a whole bunch of like weird lies that came out of the Willymac video. People were saying like, I have 60 gigabyte folders. Like, this is not true. It's like an obvious misreading of a message that Willymac is showing on stream.
And then finally, name call. Mean your way out of it. Act like none of this is a big deal. Destiny knew that if Rose turned out to be underage, it would be a big deal. Even saying, if Rose was legit a minor, I'm probably done. I can sweep and meme through basically anything, even though some of it is really shitty.
This conversation, by the way, I know he's leaving the rest of us out, was with Gistical. And yeah, I felt like when all this shit was leaking back then, if that person actually was underage and that Solo guy was like flashing her ID or whatever, I'd be like, oh shit, that would be really bad. That'd be a lot of bad shit right in a row. I don't know what this is supposed to like prove or whatever. This has nothing to do with like, this is just like, yeah, the PR would be a lot of shit to deal with.
A minor, I'm probably done. I can sweep and meme through basically anything, even though some of it is really shitty. He's doing the Donald Trump, I could get away with murder.
They say I have the most loyal people. Did you ever see that? Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue.
I wonder why he doesn't include that combo was with Gistical. By the way, Gistical tweeted that this was Willymac's best video.
And shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible.
So I think there's three ways this situation went down here. One is that Destiny really didn't believe Solo when he said Rose was 17. He kept the picture and logged just in case he got into legal trouble.
That also Gistical did not believe him either, by the way.
For the leaks, which he did with Pixie. And then when Rose was doxxed, confirming she was 17, Destiny was more focused on how Solo would be in the wrong than himself, sharing with me that he still has the material. When I was obviously unhappy with him, asking why he still has CP on his computer, Destiny spoke out of his ass, making up that his lawyer told him to keep it, and why he now keeps saying that Rose's age hasn't been confirmed when it clearly has been. And then when I went public, he panicked and called me a liar, changing his story, saying I'm being bad faith, because otherwise he'd be admitting to a felony. This would be good because that means Destiny isn't a pedophile and he just mishandled this whole thing. It is a messy situation for sure. Option two is Destiny.
This would be good because it means I'm not a pedophile. Is that what is that's the subject of the debate right now, is whether or not I'm a pedophile? That's the thing? Like, what if tomorrow it's revealed that Pixie was 12 And she has like some accelerated growth. It's like, oh, he's a super pedophile. Like, Jesus Christ. That's okay.
Handled everything
I feel like this is the, what if your first girlfriend, what if you found out she had a dick, but you found that out like 10 years later? Does that make you gay? Is that the game we're playing now?
And to prove it, all he would need is a statement from his lawyer saying that he acted accordingly while holding on to the CSAM. Nobody thinks this is possible, including other legal professionals, but if it is, Destiny should do it. I will delete my video and apologize if it is true. Or option 3, he's a creep. Everybody thinks this for sure. Option 2 is Destiny handled admitting to a felony. This would be good because that means Destiny isn't a pedophile and he just mishandled this whole thing. It is a messy situation for sure. Option 2 is Destiny handled everything perfectly. And to prove it, all he would need is a statement from his lawyer saying that he acted accordingly while
if you want, you can literally read my court filings. But that's not what you want. That's not what anybody just wants. They just want more information so that they have more stuff to make videos on, so that they have more stuff to mine through, and so that Pixie's legal team, who, by the way, fully coordinate with Kiwi Farms, you don't have to believe me on that. Like, you can literally just go and read the fucking docket because it's all public, although I know nobody cares or likes to read the actual legal filing because they're boring, and they are. But, like, I think that at this point, they don't even give a fuck. They're literally just, like, directly linking to Kiwi Farms. That's they talk about it in multiple filings. I think in their last motion, they filed so many motions. I don't know if like the lawyer just learned how to do them and they're like, oh my God. I know in one they use a ghost archive that comes from Kiwi Farms. They reference the videos and shipping leak on Kiwi Farms here. Oh, they're talking about the solo guy here. I remember one of the guys, I don't remember what his name is on Kiwi Farms, was like, are we supposed to be billing? Here's a link directly to a Kiwi Farms post right here. Like, they literally just read Kiwi Farms and they spam these motions at my law firm based on what they see here. Like, this is actually, like, ridiculous. Like, it's absurd. Oh, nice. And another, yeah. Like, you can't even re-up. Just, like, can you at least, like, fool me, lie to me? At least, like, re-upload this to Imgur or something. You're really just posting screenshots right from, right from Kiwi Farms. Like, it's actually, this is crazy. But, okay. These are all plaintiffs' motions, by the way. These are all plaintiffs' filings, by the way.
Holding on to the CSAM. Nobody thinks this is possible, including other legal professionals, but if it is, Destiny should do it. I will delete my video and apologize if it is true. Or option 3, he's a creep. Would really explain his take on Dr. Disrespect, who was planning on meeting up with a minor.
If some 17-year-old girl is DMing Dr. Disrespect, she's like, hey, we should kind of, Dr. Disrespect's like, yeah, I'm gonna do whatever. I probably shouldn't do it. She's young, that's stupid, but I just don't really give that much. Like, it's retarded. I don't think anybody actually cares. I don't give a, if they want to do it, Dr. Disrespect, I don't care. At this point, I just don't give a fuck about any of that shit.
I want to end this video by touching on a few things.
I really don't care that much.
If you're a
Destiny, shouldn't do it, but like, it's just
fan, stop.
One of the things about the predatory behavior and stuff, because I think I mentioned it before that statement in this video, I think there's a significant difference. It's not good. And I just said it's not good. You shouldn't be banging 17-year-olds. But I think there's a significant difference between that versus Dr. Disrespect, like talking to people and some chick is like, I'm 17. He's like, oh, you're a 17, little girl? Are you going to my fan meetup? Like, oh, you should come and hang out after. We can blah, blah. I think that's significantly worse. You shouldn't do either one, which I did say in that clip. But I think the latter would be significantly worse than the former.
Stop saying that 17 isn't a child. It's really weird, and trust me, I don't think Destiny appreciates that as a defense right now. People have been critical of me for making a video after reporting Destiny to the police. He absolutely torched me for this.
But the fact that you would then publish a video on it, again, I don't want to dive into the interviews of this, but you must understand that by doing that, you are literally undermining every single thing that you're attempting to do. Like, why the f would you publish a video on that? You must understand how beyond stupid that is. If everything that you were alleging was true, how retarded would that be? Why would you do that?
All of this was done over the internet. Nothing is truly deleted. He's already said he's kept everything in case there's a criminal.
That you were alleging was true. How retarded would that be? Why would you do that?
All of this was done over the internet. Nothing is truly deleted. He's already said he's kept everything in case there's a criminal investigation. He'd literally have to smell.
This is not how the internet works. Now, again, I understand that on like Mission Impossible and in like movies, like everything is on the internet forever and it's impossible to ever delete a thing ever. That's just not how the real world works. Not every internet service, not every website, not every single thing is infinitely archived in every single place for an infinite. That's just not how anything works.
His hard drive. So I don't think I sabotaged any potential investigation, but at the same time, I don't even know if there will be an investigation. That's up to authorities. So I'm also thinking about.
Okay.
At what point does the public have the right to know about this? I don't know. I'm definitely open to criticism. I think I handled it how most media outlets would. I'm also just hoping nobody tells
how most media outlets would? What's an example of another media outlet publicizing a phone call like that? True.
That they have CSAM ever again. Also, I don't know if Destiny will be charged. It's not up to me or Ethan. It's up to the prosecutors for how they want to handle this.
It's really up to prosecutors what they're thinking about, what they go for. That's not in the control of any streamer. It's not in control of Ethan Klein or Hassan or anybody else. It's in the control of the prosecutors to decide, hey, how are we gonna go after Destiny? If we go after Destiny, that's up to them.
So do I think Destiny? It entirely comes down to how charitable you want to be towards him. Do you think these clips show a dark pattern of behavior? I just come back to if Destiny was really following the advice of his legal counsel, he should get a statement from them. It will clear all of this up if he's
that will just never, ever, 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 ever happen. That would never happen about anything ever. If you want to see statements from my legal counsel or statements from me, read the court filings. You can see everything that's put in there before. That's like, I have a legal team. They're not a PR team, okay? My legal team is not here to, hey, can you guys type something up that I can throw on my next manifesto for me? Hey, can you guys, I want to like craft a banger tweet. Can I get a quote from you? Andy, can you go ahead and throw me, like, this is just so stupid.